What is going on, everybody? Happy Tuesday to you all. It is Tuesday, August 27, 2024, and this is another live edition of Raw Rundown here on the Around the Point Network YouTube channel. We're also live over on Twitch, but if you're on YouTube, hit the subscribe button down below. Give this stream a big old thumbs up. Share with all your friends. Hit that bell notification so you be notified whenever we go live every single time here on the channel. As always, I'm Steve, and this is the good brother Chase from beautiful California. What's going on, Chase?
Nothing much, Steve. Just have a huge headache right now. And I hope you edit out the standby on the posting. 3 minutes? Why was a 3-minute standby entrance?
My apologies for that. I had a...
Yeah. Do you edit them out, right?
Not all the time. Not all the time.
No, you should, because it literally should just start either with the countdown or when you say "What's up, guys?" On the playback. Because if I were sitting here, I'd be annoyed listening to 3 minutes of that music. Oh my goodness.
All right, my apologies. Okay, we'll get there when we. Okay,
No. Just do it after this. It takes 2 seconds. You know how to use a YouTube editor, right?
I'll from time to time.
What do you mean? It's just
anyway,
and then you drag it all the way down.
Okay. But outside of that, I hope your day gets better. Hope everyone else had a wonderful day, whatever it is that they're doing, and all that fun stuff. So Monday Night Raw last night, bro, was live from Providence, Rhode Island, the Amica Mutual Pavilion. This was the go-home show to Bash in Berlin. Crazy to think, right? Like, we just had a pay-per-view a week, but look, not even that, like a couple days, like was 2 days ago, we had All In.
Yep.
And now here we are with Bash in Berlin, and then Sunday it's NXT. It's like, holy shit, bro. And then after that, you have All Out. It's like it just doesn't stop. And then somewhere in there is Noches the UFC at the end there. Like, it's crazy. It's fucking insane. But all that, what's going on? What's going on, Scarlett? What's going on, Diggs? And what's going on, Safed? What's going on, everybody? Chase, what was your overall thoughts on Raw last night. I know you did. I know you were on early on True Hill Heat. You joined SP3.
Mm-hmm.
So what was your overall thoughts on Raw last night?
I actually thought the episode was good. It just wasn't it didn't feel like it was building up towards the actual PLE itself. I thought it was a fine episode. If you were to tell me a PLE was on Saturday, I would have been like, what they build? Because I only felt 2 and 3/4 of a segments built up towards the actual PLE. But the episode wasn't bad per se. It just did not feel like this was building up towards this big Bash at Berlin PLE that they're having. Like I felt the focus was on stuff not on the pay-per-view and some of the big moments for stuff that weren't being built up for Bash at Berlin.
Yeah, I felt like the show overall. But overall was a good show. I just like you again. It did not really feel like the go home show per se. It just felt like an episode of Raw that had some good matches. But I'm like you on this one. Again, the fact that we're getting a pay-per-view this weekend after having one this past weekend is just crazy as it is. But let us know also in the chat. And yes, I also gotta edit out Swerve from the intro as well. I'm waiting for them, AEW that is, to find a good Brian render, because the one that is out there was blood on it. And I know YouTube is very very strict there when it comes to their blood and all that stuff. So, there was that. Raw was good. Braun Strowman, got fucked up by Bronson. Yeah, he did. He did. I feel bad for that car. Whoever rented that car, I feel bad for that person. And it's crazy. So the show opened up with a display graphic tributing Sid Vicious, as we all know. Yesterday, the two-time former WWE champion passed away after a tough battle with cancer, and WWE obviously played the display graphic in memory of, and then later on in the night they did play a video package as well. I know, Chase, you were not on yesterday on Steve's Kitchen, but what was your overall, any memories you have of Sid?
Yeah, I was kind of sad by this because I only remember Psycho Sid really from WCW. My household was mostly a WCW household and stuff, but he always had funny moments. Like, I'm only half the man that you are, and I have half the brain that you have. Like, I just remember I was like, this guy cannot be legit. But going back and watching the older stuff when I got older, like Sid was a guy that I liked, and it sucks, at a certain age. First of all, I want to make sure that death was legit. You never know with wrestling families; they can be a little bit crazy too. Even though they don't wrestle, they still think they still like to work people, brother. So I'm glad that I'm glad that it wasn't like he left on good terms with his family. Sometimes in the business that doesn't happen. I'm glad that he was able to find peace and with being surrounded by the people he loved. I think someone posted it, like he wasn't driving 1,000 miles away in a hotel room. He was surrounded by his grandkids and stuff. So I saw that picture. But yeah, no, Sid. I said too, he was ahead of his time. I would say. I think if he didn't suffer that crazy leg injury in WCW, I think we may have seen a good early 2000s run from Psycho Sid. He was big. He was still young enough at that time. I always tell people in wrestling, you don't really hit your entertainment prime until 38, 42 years old. That's when you start wrestling a little bit safer and you like learn what crowds want and you're more willing to adapt. And so I felt Psycho City could have been a good, main player for maybe the Ruthless Aggression era as they transition in to, what was a PG era. He could have at least had a few good years. I'm not saying win world titles or anything, but he could have been a good filler champ. He could have been someone for the roster. I mean, freaking Road Warrior Animal was wrestling at that time. Hulk Hogan wrestled a bit during that time. Mr. Perfect was planned on doing a run during that time. Who's to say Psycho Sid couldn't have had like a decent run at that time if he was healthy? But obviously that leg injury set him back a lot. So yeah, I know it was a bummer. It was a bummer, but for sure. And like you said, it was a crazy fact that he wasn't in the WWE Hall of Fame. You would figure they put like a lot of people in the Hall of Fame that Sid would have been in there because like whenever they do like a legend segment or something, he always gets featured, like as a WWE legend. So it was kind of crazy to learn that he wasn't a Hall of Famer.
Which is crazy. Yeah, he should have. Again, it's unfortunate he didn't get to go in while he was alive and anything like that. But again, it's a bummer. It's a bummer, but um, again, our condolences go out to the family and friends once again of Psycho Sid Vicious, or also known as Sid Udy. But the show Monday Night Raw, again, I did mention this earlier. I have it here in my notes. It was live from the Amica Mutual Pavilion in Providence, Rhode Island. See, Chase, I'm still doing the notes, man.
You
Still
have to
doing
do
the
the
notes.
notes. If there was no notes, I would have left. I would have clicked out.
I even got the bullet points. I got some bullet points and shit like that. We old MLA format here, old MLA format, if you will. They obviously showed early on, like, people walking into the building. Like, they had Braun Breaker showing up with a dog, looked very badass, I might say. They had Bronson Reed walking into the building. They had Braun Strowman, Care Bear walking into the building, and they even showed American Made. They were talking about how Chad Gable's in the main event and how, it's a big opportunity, right? He's facing Uncle Howdy. Do you want to get into Uncle Howdy right now, Chase? Do you want to get into Uncle Howdy, or do you want to just,
Oogly boogly? No, I don't
I
want
mean,
to talk about oogly boogly
okay,
right off the
okay, okay,
rip.
okay, because people ask, like,
Oh,
Scarlett asked you, what is your thoughts about Uncle Howdy, guys?
Scarlett, I hate to break it to you. I like the idea. I like the premise. It's just when the bell rings. That's where I'm standing on it. And I'm not accepting what this match. Not because it was bad. It was just he was facing Chad Gable. Like I expect Chad Gable to wipe the floor. I didn't really like the in-ring attire either because like SP3 and I talked about this on that Raw review. He has the gray wig, but he has his long hair underneath it. It was I don't know. It just looked hokey. It looked hokey. Like Bo.
Something out of the 90s almost.
Yeah. Like what is this? And then like Bo, just dye your hair gray. I don't think it would look bad. Like who cares at this point? Like you're already all in on this character. Like Dexter Loomis can get ramen noodle hair. You can get the gray hair. Like I don't know. I don't know. It just looked like because see, I see your other comment, but it's just like the thing is like I don't think that this new Y6 is supposed to be like oogly boogly scary. I think they're supposed to just feel scary, but it's weird. Everyone else doesn't wrestle with goofy masks. So why is Uncle Howdy wrestling with a goofy mask? Like, I'm cool if he comes out with it, but he can take it off. Yeah. Like, I don't know, Steve. Did you like the attire?
Um,
I thought it was weird. I didn't know.
I thought it was weird too. I felt like, again, it's something that you would have seen in the 90s, early to mid 90s. You know what I mean? If this was Vince booking in 1995 almost. But I'm like you in this one, like, yeah, you're wearing the mask. We already know you have long hair as it is.
yeah.
Why do you need to have a wig? Just, like, bro, dye your hair. Or you know what? If you don't want to go to the process of dyeing your hair, right? Hey, you know what? There's that,
The
spray.
cap?
Yeah, the spray, gray to your
No,
hair.
no, that's worse for his hair. That'll damage
Oh,
it. Like
oh.
he needs to get like the Mercedes wig cap. You need to get a wig cap if you're gonna do this. You can't do yeah, you need to make it a effect like a go to actual wig person.
Kids might love it. Yeah, I'm sure the kids,
Romeo, what kid is going to their fucking parents be like, Mom, Dad, I want Uncle Howdy? No, stop it.
Well,
No
Halloween's
kid
around
is
the corner,
wanting.
Chase. So, Halloween's
Yeah,
around the
man,
corner.
I'm sick and tired. I feel my generation has failed these children, man. Because I swear to God, I have friends and their kids' favorite holiday is Halloween. What? I asked one of the kids, like, why do you like Halloween? And she goes, it's scary. And I looked at her mom, who's like a big Halloween addict, and I said, you failed this child, man. Like, she should be saying Thanksgiving,
Christmas.
one of the winter holidays, something that makes sense. You're showing your kid The Exorcist while they're 2 years old, and you're failing these children. So no. Romeo's sounding like the person that said, "Hey, if we put Karrion Cross in the night helmet, he'll sell more toys."
Or it's like, or like there are those parents who watch do the whole 31 nights of Christmas, my bad, Halloween, horror
Yeah,
movie
dude.
marathon and shit. Like,
Like, look,
yeah,
I have no problem if you're like 18 years old and you like Halloween. 18 and Halloween's your favorite because of certain things, but like let the kids choose. Don't force it upon them because you love watching your paranormal activity movies.
Yeah, very, very weird. But the show opened up officially with the Judgment Day on the ramp already. They already made their entrance, or they're already on the stage, or they're like, posing with, they're posing, they're getting introduction, right? They hit the ring and they talk about how the beating they gave both Damian Priest and Rhea Ripley last week, right? The beat down, how it's their fault. They're the bad guys. That being Damian Priest and Rhea Ripley. They're the ones who are the bad guys and all this stuff, right? Liv Morgan went on to say too, that at Bash in Berlin, they're gonna, mop the floor with them, and obviously Dom and her will be on top, like they always are, and all that stuff. And I ain't gonna lie to you too, though. I kind of chuckled when she was trying to say bow to the Judgment Day. I chuckled a little bit there because you can just tell, like in her expression, that she wanted to laugh so badly in this whole thing too, right? And then out of nowhere, out comes the LWO, and Rey Mysterio gets into the ring with the LWO, and he basically calls Dominic Mysterio a jackass and references the mustache. And all this leads to a brawl between the LWO and, of course, the Judgment Day, and it leads to the opening match between the LWO and the Judgment Day. I thought overall the match was an enjoyable match to open the show. Joaquin Wild does the springboard off the apron that we've probably seen on NXT. I don't know, for those of you who watch the Tuesday show. He does that springboard off to the outside to the people and shit. Got some big air. Dragon Lee during the brawl did a suicide dive that also got massive air, right? And this basically led to, there's a spot where all four members of the LWO, they do a suicide dive at the same time, and they have that big camera angle, like something you see on 2K24, right? From the horror cam section, whatever it is, and got a good reaction, right? People were chanting "Holy shit" and all that stuff, and eventually, once again, Liv Morgan helps Dominic Mysterio beat Rey Mysterio. And then after this, there's a beatdown. And then out come the Terror Twins to clear house. And both Rhea Ripley and Damian Priest hit their respective finishers. Damian hits Carlito with the South of Heaven. And, of course, Rhea Ripley hits JD McDonough with the Riptide. Your thoughts, Chase, on the segment, the match, and the aftermatch?
Yeah, it was a very hot opener. This is a good way to build up towards the PLE. Get Dom into the Intercontinental title tournament. That's fine. I don't have to put a milk carton picture for Dragon Lee anymore because it seems like he's safe and sound. He's back. So it was really good to see Dragon Lee back in the ring. I'm glad Walking Wild didn't try to yell or scream before doing the spot. He he was kind of ruining it because he would say, "Let's get viral, guys, come on," and then people would be like, "What are you talking about?" He just let it happen naturally, organically. It wasn't like something he was trying to hype up and be goofy about. He just let it ride, which you should do. You should just let stuff get over and be indecisive about it. Look at Bronson Reed. Do you think he goes, "Hey, tsunami time"? People don't do it. He don't say no cat. He just goes up to the rope and do it. And that's what you need that's what you need. And then Rhea Ripley, she's clearly the number 3 superstar in the WWE, behind Roman and Cody, because Jesus, she comes out, crowd goes ape shit. That music hits, it's like you would think it's Stone Cold Steve Austin, and those are the pop she's getting. She's getting these loud reactions. But yeah, it did its thing. I don't know how that fares well for the Terror Twins come Saturday. They did stand tall, and normally, if you're the person that stands tall, it's not a good sign of you winning. But I don't see them losing this match, because what do Dom and Rhea lose if they lose? If that makes any sense. But yeah, so good opener, very good start to Monday Night Raw for sure. This was the only thing that this was one of the 2 things that built towards the pay-per-view or the PLE this Saturday that I enjoyed. And then yeah,
for sure. Again, it got me looking forward to seeing this mixed tag team match on Saturday as well. And I ain't gonna lie, for a second there too, had there not been a match, considering, because again, we don't know what the rest of Judgment Day are doing, right? They don't have a match or anything, right? You would have figured, okay, maybe something for them to do on on the PLE, LWO, in this case being Joaquin Wild and Cruz del Toro versus obviously JD and Finn, something like that. But to each their own. Maybe the week after, who knows? But we'll see. After this, they did announce the concept, obviously, for the number one contenders tournament for the Intercontinental title. For the next 2 weeks, there will be 2 triple threat matches, right? And the winners will go on to meet in a winner take all fatal 4-way, right? So today were the 2 opening matches. We did have obviously the match now between Miz, Jey Uso, and Karrion Kross. That was announced. And obviously, the other match announced was Pete.
It was
Kofi Kingston,
Miz.
Kofi Kingston and Karrion
Kofi
Kross.
Kingston's another,
yeah, and then also Miz, Bronson Reed, and of course, not even what the hell am I talking about here? It was Miz. Go back to my notes here real quick.
Oh, you weren't on the notes. Yeah, you were looking at whatever else you were looking at.
No. It was Pete Dunne, Miz, and Xavier Woods. There you go.
Yeah.
So there was that, and again, overall, again, something to see who's gonna face Braun Breaker, right? Likely he's taking the next couple of weeks off and shit. So there's that as well. The Miz was interviewed, right? He talked about his involvement in this tournament, and he's focused on trying to, tying the record for the most times people have won the Intercontinental Championship, right? How also, he's talked about Bronson Reed, how these last couple of weeks have not been good, right? He about the tag title with R-Truth. R-Truth got taken out, and he got beat up by Bronson Reed as well. Bronson Reed interrupts him, right? And talks about how he took out Rollins, how he took out R-Truth. Now Braun Strowman is getting involved, and once he finishes with Braun Strowman, he's gonna go back for Miz. So there was that. Anything you want to say about that, Chase?
I like that Bronson Reed is still going to be a thorn in Miz's side. Miz, he should just go film Miz and Mrs. He shouldn't be doing this no more. If Bronson Reed is after you, find a way to get that vacation, Miz. Come on.
Yeah, for real. Paid vacation, bro. Paid vacation.
Yeah.
Find a way to stay home, bro. You know what? I want to raise the kids. Find a way, brother. Find a way. From there also we got the New Day. They were talking backstage about clearing up the air from last week. Because you remember, last week it looked like Kofi was gonna tag in Xavier Woods, and he tagged in Odyssey Jones, right? And he talked about how they talked it out, and everything's okay now, and now they both have a chance. So they thought of becoming the Intercontinental Champion because they're both in respective matches and all that stuff, and how the belt's gonna come to the New Day and that stuff like that, but did not happen at all. But again, good motivation for them and all that stuff. From there, we did get Damage Control of Io Sky and Kairi Sane versus the Pure Fusion Collective of Shayna Baszler and Zoe Stark. Anything you want to say about this, Chase?
Yeah, it's crazy how already PFC are losing. Like they formed together, look dominant, and now they're losers. That's great. Always great to put over new factions.
Well, yeah, of course. Well, you gotta blame Zelina Vega. Zelina Vega did get involved, caused distraction. She attacked Sonya Deville, and this led to Io Sky and Kairi Sane. That being Kairi hitting the diving elbow off the top turnbuckle, while Io Sky did the diving moonsault to the outside, and that led to the win. So Damage Control wins here. Nothing to go crazy about. Just a very fantastic way to put over your new faction. Good job, WWE. Good job.
Yeah, this women's tag team division just needs to be thrown into the incinerator.
Just, you know what? Just put them in one brand. Just put them on one brand, and you decide who do you really want, and all that stuff. But that's no here or there. They did play an Uncle Howdy vignette, right? Again, being that tonight was his in-ring debut, right? And he said that he marveled at what they have accomplished, and that the false prophet continues to reveal himself toward the world. And tonight, it will be more than just a reckoning. It'll be a purge. And also referencing Chad Gable and all that stuff. And did that promo at all, again, make you look forward to the match or anything like that? Or
it was a good promo. No, the promo was good. My one friend said that really it sounded like a Bray Wyatt promo, and that he did a good job, and he tried to convince me that Uncle Howdy and Roman is going to happen at Mania, so that scared me a bit. But no, yeah. Well, talk about false prophets and shit. So, and you know what Bray Wyatt, like when he says one thing in his promos, he's really talking to someone else. Oogly boogly. But yeah, no, it was a good promo. It's just we know what it leads to.
Of course, yeah. The same old, same old. From there, we did get Drew McIntyre. And he basically insults the crowd, talking about insults CM Punk as well. Talking about how the CM Punk, all he does is talks about the crowd, cheers them on, the city, right? How WWE's in the spot because of them. Basically being a company guy, basically, right? Like you guys said earlier on Red Raw Review, hashtag not your CM Punk. This is not CM. Not. This is not my fill either. This is not my fill. I really hope, you know what, do a trade, y'all. Just sign Jack Perry. Sign Jack Perry.
Yeah, we need to piss off CM. We need something like to piss off CM Punk. I get it. He has no other options. He's burnt all the bridges in the fucking world. But you know, time heals all wounds for CM Punk. You know, time, like CM Punk said, time always stands to prove him right. Time also heals wounds for this guy. At the end of the day, and so yeah, Drew was great, like always, really great with his promo delivery and everything. So he did a great job. You know, it's crazy how he made a lot of sense in this promo. But yeah, no, Drew was great tonight.
And all that stuff.
Yeah, yeah, no. I thought Drew was really good. But I also liked he took it because the main focus came too much on the bracelet, and he took it away from the bracelet and realized it was like a personal issue between the two. Like, you're not fighting over, like, Punk is obsessed with this bracelet, but Drew is fighting CM Punk because he still doesn't like this guy as a person. Like, this guy as a person makes him sick to his stomach and stuff. Absolutely. So, like, I'm glad Drew's promo is mostly focused on the fact that he doesn't like CM Punk. It's not because of like he's entertaining him for the bracelet. Like, he truly believes when he says Larry and April are safe with him that he's more of a man than CM Punk. That's what he's saying. He's pretty much saying that. You're more of a man than CM Punk right now. And so I like what he did. It was more of an attack on CM Punk, not a fixation on just this inanimate object.
Yes, and then Punk's music hits. It turns out he came from behind. He turned out the whole time he was hiding under the ring, streaming live on Instagram. Streaming live while he was hiding under the ring with the strap. Got the upper hand, obviously. Started whipping Drew McIntyre and basically got everyone excited. If you're noticing, Punk has been getting this upper hand in all these segments, all these little encounters. It makes you think that, hey, Drew likely will win. I know you guys said that too, but I'm kind of also in agreement here. I think Drew likely is winning on Saturday.
Oh yeah,
the way this is going.
I don't see CM Punk. Why does he need to win?
I think it's more for him. It's the fact that as long as he can just get his hands on him, that's the win. He gets his hands on him, beats him up, kicks his ass. But obviously, when the belt, when it means it, right? Like the 1, 2, 3, the submission. In this case, touches 4 corners. Even though at the same time, it's Punk is the one who issued this match, proposed for this match. You know, so yeah, Drew likely will win on Saturday, and then we go to Hell in a Cell, and that's where it all happened, where it wraps up, if you will. So, but nevertheless, I mean, again, it's the same thing. Punk, like you said, is like trying to like not burn a bridge here, and not the Punk that we all like, right? It's not it. But still, nevertheless, I'm sure there's people out there who are looking forward to this match and think that Phil might win. So we'll see how that plays out. But I do feel, again, just Paul, sign Colt Cabana. God damn it, sign Colt Cabana. Do something. I need to see pissed off Phil. That's what we need to see. Seriously. After this, we did get Jey Uso versus Karrion Kross versus Kofi Kingston. I thought this was fine for what it was. Obviously, Jey Uso and Kofi Kingston double teamed Karrion Kross for part of the match. They got their moments in, but of course, bro, you gotta expect, Karrion Kross was just there to eat the pin. And that he did. Got speared, and then he got the Uso splash for the 1-2-3. So obviously Jey Uso is the one who advances here. Your thoughts on the match, Chase?
It was really quick. It was a quick triple threat. So, yeet. Jey Uso wins. Good.
I'm sure somewhere out there, Rikishi's still asking.
Yeah, Rikishi's saying, take a break right now, brother. You don't need to be there. They have nothing for you. You're just going for the Intercontinental title, brother. Take a break. Ruin your chances at impressing Triple H before the Rumble. That makes total sense. Great job, Rikishi.
Yeah.
Great. Idiots.
Yeah, bro. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing? We also find out that Bianca Belair will be appearing in the upcoming season of Belair. So for those of you who do watch, I still got to watch season 2. But I know she's going to be, they show like a scene where she's like, I guess it's some, I know it's summer, right? So I guess it's some like summer camp or something, whatever it may be. And she's going to be appearing. So there's that. Again, if you're out there who watch the show, look forward to seeing that. Awesome. But after this, we did get a Gunther promo. It was a video that aired because obviously WWE they're doing a European tour also over the weekend. And Gunther,
they were doing a show the same night.
Yeah. So yeah, on the same night. And Gunther cut a promo, right? And this is basically what he said, in quote, "I'm here right now in Europe amongst people that recognize my greatness. But don't get it confused. My focus is fully aimed to Saturday because as much as SummerSlam went down in history at the day that the Ring General saved this great sport, Bash in Berlin on Saturday will be remembered as the day when Randy Orton finally meets his match. And the Ring General will leave Berlin as the World Heavyweight Champion." To let this sweet to the point. Randy Orton met his match, and Berlin is going to be for Gunther and still be World Heavyweight Champion. Overall. Your thoughts on the promo, Chase?
This goes for Randy Orton's promo, the usual basic promo that we've been getting from both these guys. I wish Gunther was on the episode of Raw to actually have, a proper world title build-up, but it's all right.
Yeah, again, Orton just repeated some of the stuff they said last week, right? Just added the fact that he's happy that fans are finally singing his theme song after 15 years. And we find out that he has a sort of what's what I'm looking for here? A special place in his heart for the World Heavyweight title, the big gold, being that's the first world title he ever won at age 24. He retired that title and that stuff. And how at Bash in Berlin, when it's all said and done, he is going to become a 15-time World Heavyweight Champion. I do wish, just like you, Chase, that this had much of a better build. You know what I mean? But they're going off the fact that Gunther won a King of the Ring off a technicality, and this just them to avenge, or try to avenge a loss here. But I'm sure they'll have a fun match, but I just don't see it happening for Randy Orton. They even had Isla Dawn and Alba Fire. They did a pre-tape promo. They claimed Jade and Bianca have received all the attention, but it does them no good when the bell sounds. And Dawn and Fire will prove that the skeptics will prove their skeptics wrong in Berlin. Retain their tag team champions. Again, no one cares. No one cares about, again, this match. It's going to be on SmackDown. And likely, you know what?
No, it's not on SmackDown, Steve.
It's not on SmackDown. It's in Berlin. It's SmackDown in Berlin?
No, week? It's on the actual card.
Oh shit! It's on the actual card then. Okay.
Wait, did you not watch where they showed all the matches for Bash in Berlin?
That part not, but I thought it was gonna be on the SmackDown.
No, they showed the graphic for it. It's at Bash in Berlin. Okay. Bianca and Jade are underdogs, by the way.
Are they really? What are the odds?
Yeah, they're at plus 120. Last I checked.
I
already put $50 on that.
Not bad, Chase. Not bad. So you look at
I'm like, screw this. Alba Dire and Alba Fire or whatever their names are.
You better hope it's not by DQ, bro. Oh shit.
No, that plays in my favor. If it's by DQ, then as long as Jade and Bianca win, they just have to win.
Oh, okay.
What do you mean by DQ?
I just always felt like there was like a little like a catch. Oh, it has to be by a pinfall or
No,
something.
no, they just have, I'm betting on them to win. They just have
Oh,
to
okay.
win the contest.
Okay.
They clarify by pinfall or submission.
Oh, okay. Just making sure
Yeah.
here. Just hopefully it's not a no contest like we have with Braun Strowman and Bronson Reed, which I'll be honest, it's just two guys who are just beating the holy fuck out of each other. They went backstage. They were fighting close to 2 rental cars. I'm sure CM Punk was thrilled about that one.
No ruining it for the boys. Come on, man. You guys can't be ruining these cars. Hertz is gonna be
He-
pissed.
exactly. Or Rent a Center, whatever the fuck it may be, or Enterprise or whatever. And again, Braun is just trying to find this giant metal thing and try to throw it at Bronson Reed, and all this leads to Bronson Reed having Braun on top of the hood of the car, right? And he does the tsunami, and the glass just shatters. Bro, everyone made it seem like, oh my god, the most craziest shit happened. Like the way Pierce showed up, calling for help, and everything like that. Overall, I thought it was cool. The visual, all that stuff, fucking badass. You know what I mean? I wouldn't mind them seeing going at it one more time. Would not mind it at all. That's just me, of
Yeah.
course. Chase, what about you?
False count anywhere. Have it where Bronson Reed jumps off a truck or something. Yeah, no, this is really cool. What Bronson Reed did. It's crazy. I did not think Bronson Reed would have inserted himself as one of the best re-signings in the Triple H era. At first, when he re-signed him, I was confused because it wasn't like he
Jonah?
was lighting the world. Yeah, it wasn't like he was lighting the world on fire on the independents. Yeah, he beat Okada that one time,
The
but other than
G1,
that,
yeah.
yeah, nothing really to write home about. And he wasn't really impressive in NXT from what I remember. He won the North American Championship, but other than that, I couldn't even remember one thing he did. I was just like, thick boy. Like, okay, what are we doing with this guy? Is he just there? Is he just there to be big and lose to people, or is he there to do something? And obviously, he's here to do something, and he's found his something, and it'll be interesting to see where they go with it. I really hope they don't fumble it. I really hope they don't fumble it where he loses to Seth Rollins right when Seth Rollins comes back. Like, no, you gotta, if you're pushing Bronson Reed this hard, go all the way with it. Like, don't dick around with this. Like, the fans are behind it. He's becoming a natural babyface. That was cool what he did to Care Bear. It was very enjoyable for my eyes, and also felt like a passing of the torch. Care Bear, that's how he got over, was just being a
A
goofy
monster.
maniac. Yeah, a goofy maniac, and it was
When he
kind of
threw
like,
that chair
okay,
at Roman. He threw that chair at
yeah,
Roman many years ago and shit. Yeah, I remember that.
yeah, and then just destroying everything. Like, it almost was like a passing of the torch, saying like, "Hey, I'm not going to really be doing this stuff anymore, so you can do it." And it felt good. And I've talked about this many times. Care Bear is one of the most protected WWE wrestlers ever. Like, he doesn't lose many matches. He doesn't look always very vulnerable. He's very protected in that realm of things. You would think this guy had like 8 world title reigns, but no, he's just been a valuable protected monster for that said company. And to have him be put in this situation, something that many fans probably did not like. I did not expect him to go through a fucking car and then blow up the windshield and kind of blow out whatever blew up inside the car. Like, that was crazy. So it's just like that was, it felt like a cool passing of the torch, saying like, hey, I did my thing. It helped me get paid. It helped me set me up for a long time as a competitor. Now it's your turn, young blood. So I'll give Care Bear his props there. He did a great job passing the torch to the new destroyer of the WWE and Bronson Reed. But yeah, I really like this segment. The match itself was fine for what it was. I mean, I'm not expecting like an instant classic, but yeah, give these two one more shot. Falls count anywhere. Think of another creative spot where Bronson Reed can hit the tsunami on Care Bear. Do that. That'd be
There's even a
fucking great.
spot too during the match where Bronson did like a suicide dive through the ropes, which was
Yeah.
impressive for someone his size to do. Like, damn, bro, I'm impressed. I'm fucking impressed. But yeah, something on the neck on Bad Blood builds up to Bad Blood or something. Hardcore match, falls count anywhere, fight in the crowd, in the parking lot again, or whatever it may be. Do it. From there, we got Pete Dunne versus Miz versus Xavier Woods, another qualifying match here. And I love the fact that Xavier Wood paid homage to Psycho stay with the thing on his on the arm. I like that. I feel like everyone at some point got their moment to shine here, right? Um, there was a spot where Dunn had Miz in the crossface, right? And Miz found a way to break it, by putting his hand on top of Xavier for the cover. And obviously Xavier kicked out, right? And it looked like Xavier Woods had this match won, where he did, his elbow right off, off the rope, whatever it is, right? And on the Miz, and then Dunn like threw him out and hit the bitter end on the Miz for the 1-2-3. So yes, Pete Dunne did get the win. Kind of a shock here, but then again, not really, considering who's going to be involved next week, and then they can sort that out too. But yeah, Pete Dunne got the win here. He advances. Chase, your thoughts?
Oh, well, sorry, Steve. What was that?
Your thoughts on the Xavier Woods, Pete
Oh,
Dunne?
that was the better of the triple threats. That was a good triple threat match. I felt they should have had Xavier Woods win here. I felt, didn't Pete Dunne just lose to Sheamus with one hand last week? Why can't we give Xavier Woods the win in this situation? I felt it would have been more tension. Like, can you imagine the next week Xavier wins and he goes, "Hey, I was looking for you backstage, Kofi, and you were nowhere to be found. Oh man, sorry, dude. Like, Odyssey called and he told me I had to pick him up real quick. My bad, man. I was cheering for you. And just make it where Xavier Woods is even more upset at Kofi. Like, bro, you couldn't even celebrate me winning the title theme. Like, could you imagine Xavier wins? He's all celebrating, and then he's like looking at the ramp, hoping Kofi comes down and gives him a hug or something, and Kofi doesn't come down. Like Pete Dunne winning, I'm on like, then why didn't you have him beat Sheamus to make it seem like, a bigger deal? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, who knows? Triple H, he loves shocking us.
Xavier stealing the Cesaro swing for himself and also doing the Sid powerbomb.
He also did the Cesaro uppercuts. He stole a lot from Cesaro in this match, Xavier was, but he was actually the most impressive in the match, to be honest. Like, Woods was really good in this match. Like, Dunn was kind of just like, I'll hit a big move, I'll do a couple submissions, and Miz was coasting. He didn't even take off the shirt. He just said, "Screw it." Wearing the Awesome Truth tank top, had a little bit too much food and catering. He said he knew that the belly wasn't looking. He didn't even do push-ups beforehand. You can tell Miz was just like, "I'm just here." Like, he did not. His arms, like his arms didn't look big or anything. Like, he like, you could tell he was just. I was in catering, enjoying some food, stretched. He probably did 2 stretches and said, "All right, let's do this." And then when Woods laid out the match, Miz said, "Yep, I will lay down. I'll do the it kicks when needed, skull crushing. I'll sell everything. I'm good." Miz,
and also factor in, I'm not flying to Berlin. I can go
yeah,
home.
exactly. Yeah.
My kids.
Miz was planning. Miz was checked out. It's like on the Fridays. This was Miz's Friday where he was like, he was already mentally checked out. He said, "Up, I'm good." Like, on Fridays, people come in, they're dressed a little bit more comfy. They say, I don't need to worry about this. There's no meetings or anything important happening. Yeah.
I can bust out the sneakers, wear the jeans, and put a polo shirt on. I'm good to go. Nothing to worry about here.
Not even jeans, man. They're wearing like those sweatpants that look like they can be suit pants, or they're wearing freaking
jogger pants.
Like the joggers or the golf shorts. They're like, "Oh, I'm going golfing after this." You're not going golfing. You just want to wear shorts to work. Don't lie to me.
I'm going to Top Golf. What do you mean? I'm about to.
Yeah, exactly. I know what you're saying.
I'm about to defend my company title here. Come on, man. What do you mean? But that's what happened. After this, Braun Breaker cut a promo explaining why neither Dunn or Jey Uso will defeat him for the Intercontinental Championship. He also referenced that no one from Jey Uso's family ever beat anyone from Braun Breaker's family. So there's a little line there. You think about it, yeah, like over the years, the Steiner brothers always beat the Head Shrinkers. From what I've seen back in the day, WrestleMania 9, right? Probably the best match from WrestleMania 9 for that matter, but still. I like a little line there.
No, not
you didn't
even.
You didn't like Head Shrinker versus the Steiner?
No, it's not the best match.
One of the come on.
No, but you said arguably the best match. It's not the best match.
What was the best match?
Shawn Michaels versus Tatanka.
It was fine.
No, that's the best match. Don't even.
Maybe the next throwback we'll do WrestleMania 9. during WrestleMania season. Um, After this, we see Chad Gable, and they did a whole vignette style promo, and he says that Uncle Howdy is just a man, and he knows the man behind the mask. He also said, once the bell rings, Uncle Howdy will realize why Chad Gable is American made, just to give him like this hype, just to give him like this type of security, right? This, confident that he has a chance, a fighter's chance, even though we know it's not going to happen, right? Not at all. What are your thoughts on the promo, Chase?
It was good. It was a very good Chad Gable promo. I don't think Chad Gable's a bad talker at all, to be honest. I think he's really good. Like he did his best at making you believe he could possibly win. I'll give him that credit, because no way in hell would you think Chad Gable's winning at all.
Even though that ended in a count out, yeah. But God, what a terrible Mania. Yeah.
No, yeah.
11 is bad.
Thank you.
11 is bad.
No, thank you, Romeo. Thank you.
11
Romeo.
was bad. 11. Come on now. But after this, we did
11's not the worst Mania.
Oh, come on. All right. We then after we got the Terror Twins, and they talk about how, they'll accept the fact that, hey, if they want to call them the bad guys, then they're the bad guys. And again,
they just admitted they were the bad guys. They said, we are.
Yeah. And again, just talking about what's going to happen on Saturday once they get their hands on Liv and Dom and all that stuff. And again, we can definitely say this is probably one of the best build matches on the PLE coming up this weekend.
It is.
It is, for sure.
I didn't say this on the Raw review, but I was thinking I would have been okay if they said, "Hey, screw it, this is the main event. Let's send the fans home happy with the Terror Twins." I would have been fine with that. To be honest, just being honest here.
Just think about this, right? Can you just think about this? How crazy that crowd's gonna be in Berlin the moment Rhea hits Dom with the Riptide.
Yeah,
they're gonna eat that shit up, bro. They're gonna just go insane. Rhea, honorary Puerto Rican with her Spanish and wearing the flag. Yeah, honorary Puerto Rican for sure. We then got the main event, Chase. Uncle Howdy versus Chad Gable. And as it was, again, it was very again, they try to make this competitive. It would have been easy for just Uncle Howdy just go out there and just beat Chad Gable 1, 2, 3, and that was it. And no sell anything, right? And I thought the match for what it was okay. I'm not gonna sit here, man. This was just masterclass or masterpiece. No, it was not, right?
Mm-hmm.
Chad Gable was a good person for Uncle Howdy to work with, for sure.
Yeah,
what happened?
I've been saying this
for sure. Of course, you're right. And then after this, there was a ref bump, and then American Made, the rest of them, that being the Creed brothers, try to get involved and put the beat down on Uncle Howdy. And then the lights went out, and out come the rest of the Wyatt Six to make the save. There's this funny thing, right? Ivy Nile gets on the back of Eric Rowan. It tries to go for the choke, and Rowan is just running with her, while she's literally choking him out. I thought that was funny as all hell. Into the back. And this leads to eventually Uncle Howdy to hit the sister Abigail for the 1, 2, 3. And of course, Uncle Howdy did pick up the W and got the crowd, excited, and that's how they close Raw. Your thoughts?
Yeah,
we're tuning in now that might have not catch your earlier thoughts.
Solid match. We all know why Chad Gable was in here. One of Bray Wyatt's weakest aspects was when the bell rings, and match was fine. Like we talked before, did not like the get up. He needs to just either dye his hair or fix that. But other than that, yeah, it was passable. Like I'm just gonna sit here and say it was passable. Let me see what's next. I gotta see who he's feuding with that is not a Chad Gable type, and see how much they play into Uncle Howdy being Uncle Howdy. You know what I'm saying? Like how much are you really invested in this Uncle Howdy Wyatt Six stuff?
Yeah, I want to see who else we can work with here. Who knows? Maybe the final testament when this whole thing with the New Day is done. Why not? Just throw them somebody, Well, time will tell. Time will tell on that. But that was Raw overall. Monday Night Raw. This was the go home show. Overall, I thought it was a good show. That it get me excited for the PLE this weekend. I'm looking forward to Rhea and Damian Priest versus Dom and Liv for sure. On the SmackDown side, I mean, it's Kevin Owens versus Cody, and eventually, well, the question is, will Kevin Owens, whose deal's about to be up in a couple of months, will he turn on Cody coming out of this weekend? Time will tell. And at the same time, how bad does he want to be Kevin Steen again? As well, we don't know. But your final thoughts on Raw, Chase? Final thoughts?
Yeah, it was a good episode, it had a lot of good stuff on it. It just wasn't a good go home show. I think that's my overall thoughts on this episode, was that it was a good show. It provided good entertainment. There was two above expectations matches on this card in the opening and the second triple threat for the IC title. Solid enough TV main event, good promos, two great moments, but other than that, it just didn't build my excitement towards what the real thing is, which is Bash at Berlin. It felt like it feels like Bash at Berlin's like a weird stopgap for WWE and stuff. So yeah, I did not feel it was building up. So that's why it's just kind of like, and I grade go home shows differently because I need go home shows to get me excited for, what I'm seeing on Saturday. This may seem like Saturday is just like it's happened, like it's like an expensive house show. Like, oh yeah, we're having Bash at Berlin Saturday. If you want to watch in your free time, go right ahead. So,
I mean, to be fair though, like that's what these PLEs international kind of feel though, in a way, as of late. Like, yes, for them over there, it feels like this big deal. Like, oh my God, this is gonna be like the big show, big reaction. That crowd in Berlin, they're gonna go insane. I loved how on Friday they played that video where I think it was Natty narrating it, talking about the significance of them going back to Germany after all these years. The last time they were in Germany for like a PLE or something like that, or like a show, Monday Night Raw from like 1997, where the British Bulldog beat Owen Hart for the European title and all that stuff. So makes me, damn, why is Natty not on the show? You know what I mean? But other than that, it should be a fun show nonetheless. But I know yesterday you were not on. Do you want to give your quick thoughts on All In?
Yeah, I thought All In was a good show for AEW. There is some matches that kind of disappointed. TBS title match, in my opinion, was not what I thought. That was just a hard watch. A very good match between MJF and Will Ospreay. Probably a match of the year contender. Probably the second best match this year with Swerve and Bryan Danielson. The Casino Gauntlet match was one of my personal favorite matches. I'm not saying it was the best match, but personally, I enjoyed that match a whole lot. Like, I thought that was a totally super fun match. And especially seeing Nigel McGuinness back, that was awesome. Tony Storm and Ryan May put on a great match. The rest of the card was fine, like it did its thing. It wasn't a hard watch. It was a good show for AEW. Very strong show.
For sure. But nevertheless, guys, if you guys have not checked out yet, we did do a recap of All in London yesterday on Steve's Kitchen. Hell, we even had Paul and Tony on here showing up as well. Should have been there, Chase, man. Paul and Tony. Tony came up with an idea for Steve's Kitchen where I should be eating whatever I make.
Wow.
And then Paul was like, that's a dumb idea because I'm pretty sure people don't want to hear me chewing on the air. So it's like,
that's so mean of Paul. That's mean of Paul. Why do you say it's a dumb idea?
Well, you know how they are. You know how also there's talks of contract tampering, and Paul wasn't having it. So they rushed Darby.
Did he even talk about it, or was he just?
Well, Tony left. Tony was just, he was on. You know how Tony gets, just. So they rushed Darby and Perry because they were racing against the curfew. Just do one less match next time. Yeah, I agree with that.
Curfew. Taylor Swift had a curfew. She was like,
they've been
no more just wrestling.
They've been coasting on go home shows. I don't think that's a big deal for Triple H. He thinks the show is sold out before the last Raw, before it.
Oh yeah, no, I'm just talking about for a viewer perspective. Like I also, as a reviewer, I have to review the show based off what it is. So
Yeah. But also, next week, this is what they have in store for next week. They do have Ilya Dragunov versus Dragon Lee versus Dominic Mysterio in a triple threat for the number one contenders tournament for the Intercontinental Championship. That should be a fun one. They even got for next week as well another number one contenders match for the Intercontinental title tournament between Sheamus and Bronson Reed and Ludwig Kaiser. And also next week is going to be Shayna Baszler versus Zelina Vega.
oh man, well. Is this the main event?
It's one of the key matches. I do think we'll probably quarter the show is Sheamus, Ludwig, and Bronson. That's probably.
Oh no, it's not my main event. It's Zelina Vega, Shayna Baszler.
That's your main event. Okay, that's your main event.
Yeah. Why didn't other triple threat get a fancy graphic? Oh, why does the other one get the gold background?
To be fair, I found this on the Google machine, right? And
the other one didn't get one.
These right here just popped up on .com. So yeah.
Damn.
Don't ask. Yeah. But also, just to let you guys know, real soon, we are doing All in the Mud too. And yes, Chase, as you can see, Paddington the Bear is finally on the ground.
Yes, the host.
The host.
He's so cute. Look at how adorable he looks, man.
You know, we missed an opportunity. We missed out, bro. We could have just dressed up the wrestling bear as Paddington the Bear, bro. We missed out, bro.
Maybe you should just buy Paddington the Bear, Steve. Yeah, I don't think. I think he's pretty expensive though. He's very popular. I mean, he has a movie coming out in Peru.
He's over. He's over his rover right now. But
yeah, dude.
He is the guest. He's the guest of the show for both nights of All in the Mud 2. Night 1 will be announced real soon. Real soon. But we make sure you guys tune in for that when it does happen. You guys can follow the Around the Point Network over on X at AT Point Network. Follow me on X.
What the hell?
What happened?
I'm watching the Paddington the Bear in Peru trailer. Yeah, and it shows Paddington. I thought he was taking a shit. He's trying to take a picture in a photo booth.
Yeah, he's going to Machu Picchu, bro. He hopefully doesn't throw up because of the high altitude. But Chase, let them know where can the fine folks check you out, bro.
Follow me on X at ChaseOliver68.
Yeah, you go. We'll be back on Thursday for Sad Something About Dynamite. Preview for Bash in Berlin. Is Friday okay with y'all? Friday okay or
Friday I got work, but you can do it whenever, Steve.
For sure. Yeah, no worries. But that's the plan. But we'll keep you updated. We'll keep you updated on that one as well. But yeah, guys, thank you all for watching. Much love to all you guys, as always. For myself, for Chase, for the gang, this has been the Raw Rundown here on the Around the Point Network. Good night, everyone.
Bro, they're making Peru seem like it's ancient in this Paddington the Bear thing. They're not even flying a legit plane. They're flying he's going to Machu Picchu.
No,